So once we get inside the city, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I think we have a wait. Did we get to 10 subs? I think we have a giveaway. I'm pretty sure you got us to 10, right? Do a giveaway. I'll use the restroom, get my refill my drink. We are. Thank you. You guys. Meet with Sony, Apple, and Google. We do gift cards in both the gifting sense, but also the content side as well. Okay. All right, let's put our gun down. Okay, let's I'm still wondering why I can talk to these chickens. It's so weird. I don't do anything. There we go. I'm addicted to Rice Krispie treats. We got like, so the day after Halloween, we went to Walmart to get like Halloween candy and whatnot. But what I didn't account on is like the bakery area. They had all their Halloween stuff on sale too. They had a bunch of Rice Krispie treats on sale. So I bought a big thing of them. I don't know, it was like 30 of them or something, right? For like $1.80. I've been eating like 4, maybe 6 of them a day. Send help. So good, I just can't get rid of it. Okay. Alright. What is this one? Oh, that one goes out. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Kind of interesting when you, like, leave the game idle. It zooms out into third person and spins around really slow. So then use some of the squares. There's not that many left. I've eaten so many. Hey, Vaughn.
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn. Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really.
Where were you when the outlaws attacked?
Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not blown fuses. We've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work.
You look nervous.
What? I mean, we're surrounded by hungry raptidons. Who wouldn't be? Am I right? Look, I don't want to go back out there, but there's a thing I gotta do. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. Know what I mean?
I don't know. Likely headed that way. Oh no. Explain details, please.
I've been extracting organic compounds from raptidons. Compounds that have, benefits.
Extracting how? No, wait, maybe I don't want to know.
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Where you might want to, enhance your charisma.
Oh, he's making enraptured, Captain. An aphrodisiac. Wrapped musk is the main ingredient.
What? No? I mean, yes, I'm getting the musk. With Monarch embargo, the price is sky high, but I'm not making the drug.
Start making little blue pills, I guess. Don't want to know anymore. Cut to the chase. It's an aphrodisiac. Does it work? I'm gonna ask. I gotta ask.
The results are outside the margin of error. Technically.
Any more info? Cut to the chase.
Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside.
So it is a different place. Why are there 2 labs?
The newer lab is built for, more sensitive work. We mostly use the old lab for storage these days.
60% of the time, it works every time.
My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself. Dissection tables and whatnot. It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here.
This time, less of a burning sensation afterwards. So the stuff is valuable?
If you have a buyer. I got a contact who wants to haul the entire batch to Byzantium. Help me out, I'll cut you in for a share. I'll even pay you before I am, when you deliver to me.
Sounds good. Do you need to get a code for the door?
No, I mean, nah. In fact, don't mention this to Dr. Crane. At all.
All right.
Great.
I'll do anything for money,
Save my ass.
but I won't do that. Did you guys see that Singer came out, I don't know when, in the last year, and finally told people what that I won't do that was talking about? Straight from his mouth.
How do you suppose that stuff's used? Do you drink it?
Alright. What was it? You can probably find it online, but let's just say it has something to do with the old butt. You don't know what I'm talking about? Wasn't it Meatloaf? Not Meatball? Yes. Meatloaf. It's a song by Meatloaf where he says, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. And it's that song's been around for, I don't know, forever. And no one knew what he was talking about. People would ask, and he was like, and then within the last year or so, he was in an interview, and he was like, he finally let people know. It's about the old butthole. Seriously. 1993. Thank you, Lady Raven. Did you know that offhand? Or did you look it up? How you doing, Lady Raven? Welcome back. Who names himself Meatloaf? First time you heard of that? I don't know, man. You knew it offhand. That's pretty cool. How you doing, Lady Raven? I know I just asked you that, but quest type. All right. Gladys. Speak to Anton. Talk to Anton. Turn to Orson. The amateur alchemist. Let's go do this.
Or is it like perfume? I'm not
It's great and
interested.
rocky. Sure.
Curious.
Harv, are you wanting to get in on this? Galaxy's ever done though. I guess I won't steal them blind right now. We'll come back, steal from them later.
I've stayed in worse.
Add a few CDs. It's meh. Seen The Loaf in concert twice. Yeah, my wife came to me and she's like, so Meatloaf was finally revealed what that thing was in an interview, and I was like, really? What was it? Let's see, I need to sell stuff. Was there a place to sell in here?
You left the lab. What's left there that's worth dying for?
Nope.
You let them get away.
Sorry, Anton. Was this place? Not a real place. Luxury apartments. No, that's where we just were. I know there was... Oh, why don't I just look at the map, Adam? Jeez. I can just sell in the bar. Why did I even think about that? I don't know. I was so bent on finding a vending machine that I didn't even think about selling it to a person.
Hey!
Just looked it up, Phoenix. Are you glad you know that information now? His real name is Marvin Ade. I didn't know his real name. Or Ade. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Annie Cleo makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon.
You always assume that that in question was infidelity. Apparently not. Ade, thank you. Apparently not. That's what a lot of people assumed. That song makes Meatloaf the best safe word. Toss card, Christensen. Christensen is known for the least number of bronzes past the hump. That's kind of what I was thinking too, Lady Raven. Something to that nature, you know. I definitely didn't think it was what he came out and said it was. Ade? It's probably the most phonetic. Gotcha. Ade. Ade. Alright, I'm done carrying these around. I know, I was like collecting hats. But you don't really need to. Okay. Well, I'm gonna sell these things too. Alright, we have lightened our load. It's time to go to the second lab. No, I never thought it was going to be something like that. But totally. Hey, the wildlife is respawning. I mean, that's free XP.
I'm warmed up now.
Original cast of hair. He's been in the business a while. Yeah. Known to say things for the theatrical value. Grain of salt. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's true. I mean, you can only go by what they're saying. Who knows if it originally meant that, or if maybe he didn't mean anything at the time and he's just come up with this thing. But it is interesting that for many, many years there was no answer to it. The first time he gives an answer is that one. But yeah, who knows if that was the original intent or not. Antibiotics. That's right. From Auntie Cleo. How doing, Tet? Auntie Cleo. Mostly quality antibiotics. I heard something over there. Probably a scrat or something. Vendor be like, we sell things here. We don't buy things here. What I do with 74 cheese wheels. Busted picture anyway. How much money do you think I have? Just laying around a random person walk in and sell me stuff at a moment's notice. I know. And you know what? There are games, RPG games, where they have limited money, you know, to buy your stuff. Skyrim actually is like that initially, without mods and whatnot. But definitely know what you mean. Is it aware that say "Duty through love" on the front, but I won't do that on the back? So either they guessed it right, or like you said, perhaps he knows of those kind of things and just has gone with it, but it's very like is able to keep a serious face while answering those questions. I don't know. Guess all we can go off of is what he said, so. Little retcon, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or maybe it's what he meant. Like I said, it doesn't bother me. I was just really surprised when that my wife showed me that. I was like, what? He was a bus driver in Spice World? God. I don't think I've ever watched all of Spice World. No regrets there. So title is a punchline. No, I never realized that. What if someone wore them backwards? Containment cell, control terminal, please enter a command. Ooh, all we can do is exit. I could pick that though. Just what I'm gonna do. Realm, why wouldn't it be? Well, I don't know. I think one of the common consensus was like Lady Raven was talking about. Like, you know, not cheating with someone or allowing someone to cheat on someone else with you, sort of thing. Torbasi says, I love these girls. Do anything for them, but I won't do that. Error. Volume not found. Theft of terminal volume is punishable by a fine of no less than 3,000 bits. Theft has been logged with the nearest site security office employee. Please remain at this terminal until contacted by your site safety officer in order to receive your ticket. Go to lurk mode. Already, Ash. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. Helps out a ton tonight, especially. Joke about butt stuff. You can relate. Butt stuff. We've only been streaming 3.5 hours. It feels longer. Probably because I haven't felt well tonight. Usually it's the opposite. I'm like, holy crap, it's already 3.5 hours in. Wait, how'd you... I don't know how you guys came from over here. Very different in 1993. That song came out. Yeah. Very true. Especially involving butt stuff. In any way. Parvati, get with Junlei, whatever her name was. Not yet. They've been texting and they're getting ready for their first dates. Happened before that? Well, yeah, but you can't deny that people are much more open about the general public in talking about stuff like that, I think. More like it, yeah, maybe. Anton's office discovered. Heavy grade face mask. What do you need all these lockers in here, Anton? Definitely have to get in that. Safe has been forcibly opened with its contents tossed about haphazardly. The remaining notes refer to various aborted projects. Anton's prize research is nowhere to be found. Scorch marks along the rim suggest the work of unsubtle thieves, outlaws most likely. Made off with Anton's work. In locker room talk. Is there a live burst in this game so far? Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Hopefully it stays that way. The latest batch is showing great promise, Anton. And though I hesitate to tempt the fates, I might even dare to say it's a smashing success. Incidents of cavities have dropped significantly in the test subject using the toothpaste, with only minor side effects. Nothing too serious, mind you, just a touch of blindness. So if you could look into that, it would be much appreciated. Keep this up and you'll find yourself in Byzantium post-haste. Jeff Trammell, project director. Auntie Cleo. I was just leaving the gas station right in this hobo. This person in front of me. Change.
Greatly appreciated.
You're like, oh no, I'm next. Then they ignored you and asked the person behind you. Never been so offended by a hobo in your life? Sneaky Teak, thank you for the resub. 18 months. 1.5 years. That did go by fast. Holy crap. It's kind of insane. Sneaky Teak, thank you for the resub, man. Love and sandwiches, Sneaky Teak. Appreciate it. If you don't know Sneaky Teak is, I mean, I take no credit for it at all. But Sneaky Teak seems to have been using a similar strategy to grow his stream as we did with Darkest Dungeon, but through Slay the Spire. He streams other stuff, but master of Slay the Spire. So if you haven't checked out Sneaky Teak, do so. Thank you, Sneaky Teak. Excellence. Excellence 420. Thank you for the subscription with Prime. I'm going to play that again since I was talking. I feel like I cheated you out of the alert. So it's coming again, Excellence.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Excellence. Thank you for the subscription as well. Thank you for using Twitch Prime here. Financially supports the stream just like a normal sub. Yeah, I think so too, Lady Raven. Very welcome. Lurking hard tonight. Playing some Monsoon RR2. Thank you, Sneaky Teak. We have a bounty tonight if we have enough people, so Lurking will help out tremendously. Teak is the best Slay Spy player? Yeah, for sure. How you doing, Calf? Dumb hobo. Frustrating thing in the history of ever? Nah. But I mean, I'm biased because I streamed it for over 2,000 hours. But upon further review of our results, we uncovered something quite fascinating. While the toothpaste does reduce cavities, it does so only nominally more than the current version. Our results were skewed by the fact that our test subjects had a marked decrease in appetite. Hence, we're eating much less. That will teach us to monitor our subjects more closely, eh? Seriously though, the appetite suppressant qualities of this new formulation are quite incredible, though the taste and texture leave something to be desired, so we'd like for that to be our focus moving forward. No need to waste any more time on the blindness thing. We've got the boys in marketing working on a solution on our end. Jeff Trammell, CO. Seriously, Anton, you really must let the whole blindness thing go. Your dedication to solving it is admirable, but also a bit misguided. I dare say it's really not that big of an issue in the grand scope of this whole thing. It pales in comparison to the texture and flavor issues, which we'd prefer for you to spend all your time on. You're also mistaken about our ultimate goals for the product. The appetite suppressant qualities make this something much more valuable in the townships than even in Byzantium. The need for less food to satisfy our workers can add greatly to our bottom line, so marketing is focusing their efforts in that direction. I'm not certain, but that may have something to do with them rejecting your Appazap suggestion for the name. Let's leave marketing to the marketing department, shall we? All right. Huh. So Anton was actually working on the toothpaste initially as, you know, just a better way to prevent cavities. And then they discovered that that was also, or the reason why was because it was suppressing appetite. So maybe Anton's not as bad as we thought initially. Tuak? I don't know if I pronounced her name right, but I appreciate the follow. Thank you for the follow. Vending machine. What's through here? Nothing in here has been alive really yet. Was a flop when it was released. So one we already went to. Yeah, it's the one we were just at. Alright. I did the loops, mini loops. Cult classic. Yep. Alright, no, nothing red on the radar. This is the one we looked at? Yep. Wait, this is the exact freaking lab, isn't it? Oh, this is the same lab. Oh my god. So basically, we ended up, we could have gotten that quest first, did all this at the same time. Whoops. Guess I'll know for the next playthrough if I remember that. So a sequel called Shock Treatment. I actually did not know about that.
Reminds me of medical school.
Ah, yes. I forgot Ellie is a surgeon. Drop your pants, Raider. Good quotes. Back, we winning? I think so. Meatloaf was Bob in Fight Club. I do know that one, yeah. You mean Robert Paulson? Raptiprod. Yeah, I didn't realize he had been in, actually. I knew in Fight Club. But I didn't, like, know the Spice Girls one, for instance. His name is Robert Paulson. In death, he has a name. If we have 45 science, we could recalibrate the experiment. What? Oh, I'm just barely shy of doing that. Episode of Tales from the Crypt. I miss Tales from the Crypt. I'm surprised they haven't made a newer one. Well, maybe very recent one. Complete experiment, emergency sample purge, view experiment log. Let's look at the log first. V. Cortez. Entry. So far, the musk extraction is coming along nicely. Pressure levels seem to be staying even, and variance in the sample seems to be at an acceptable tolerance. I thought these wraps smelled bad on the outside. Now that they're cut open, everyone is likely to avoid my lab for the rest of the day while I finish this up. Wait a sec. Some kind of commotion going on in the hall. An alarm just started going off. Must be another security system check. Let me go see what is going on. Emergency sample purge. Complete the experiments. Alright. Complete it. Summary test cycle complete. Yield 25 milliliters of Raptidon musk. Thank you for using Coldway. So I could have covered it up. Like, I could have just destroyed it. 60% of the time. Works every time. Yep. Alright. That is exactly what Phoenix said, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go back now.
Maximum level reached.
Snowblind. Another tier 3 Snowblind. Snowblind, thank you for the resub. 11 sandwiches of Snowblind who has been a tier 3. One of the only tier 3 subscribers for like ever. 9 months too, man. It's a long time. Snowblind. Thank you for all the support. Much love, much sandwich to Snowblind. Very much appreciate it. Thank you, Snowblind. It's being twitchy. It's your internet. Refreshing because of freezing. Is anyone else having stream issues? Another Twitch baby. That's right. How you doing, Snowblind? Thank you again. Are you guys... When's your next practice? Practice today? Made it late. It's all good, man. We have a bounty tonight, too, if we can get enough people, but I don't know if we'll be able to or not. Have to do it either way. None here. You can always try to turn down the quality a little bit and see if it helps. Episode of show where he was a Confederate general. Time travel involved. It's not a nice man. Got problems last night. ISP outage. Oops. Got a headshot while he was running. I didn't even slow down time. Feels good. I mean, it's kind of easy in this game to do so, but still feels good. Headshots always feel good, as long as you're the one giving them and not receiving them, in my opinion. Did you guys have loot? Yeah, they got money. Take the money. They're not going to be able to spend it. It's cute today. It's really awesome. Yeah, Snowblind has made several songs for the stream, too. I want to get the rest of them on YouTube. Our intro and outro are both done by Snowblind. They're awesome. Some custom Wayne June lines too. From the 51 Samuel L. Jackson. That? No, I never saw that. Okay, let's put the gun away temporarily. He's over in the apartments. Out of the way, chickens. I'm so tempted to kill a chicken. Song are still in the Discord. I think so, yeah. I mean, I didn't remove them. You might have to scroll up a little bit now to get to them, but they should be there.
Any news on that thing we spoke about? You know, that thing.
Full album stuff out for free on Bandcamp. Before that, I had a question.
Lay it on me.
Let's see if there's anything. Samuel L. Jackson in a kilt and exploding meatloaf. You work in the labs.
As little as possible. I mean, yeah. I'm staff. Endocrinologist. We've been studying a load of raptidons hauled in from Monarch.
What you company doing here?
Ask Dr. Crane. All I know is my bit, analyzing the raptidon equivalent of hormones.
Yeah? Anyone in particular?
Mostly they're leptin analogs. Raptidons have 4 different varieties. Concentrations vary based on the season.
I can't cite are the same songs. The channel-specific taglines, voiceovers removed or replaced. So again, we don't have enough science to go in one of these. Do you feel like sharing what leptin analogs are?
Leptin's the hormone that tells humans they're not hungry. I can't see much sense in that line of research.
I don't know why they're interested in it. Dr. Crane probably does.
Roseway seems pretty run down. Everything out here in the outer world seems run down so far.
It was like that when we got here. I heard it had been shut down for years. But the toilet's flush and the roof doesn't leak. Much. Want to talk about peptides? I've got, like, amazing stories about cortistatin.
See, has any other, Nope, he doesn't.
Hey, whatever.
Any other things that we could ask before we go into the experiment
Don't
part?
keep me in suspense. Did you get my stuff? I mean, not mine. It's for other parties. Buyers.
Got it. All yours.
It's gonna make me so popular. I mean, with the people who buy it, not by using it. Because I'm not.
Of course not. I'm definitely going to use it. Yeah, great. You mentioned a cut for my help. I'll go number 3. Anti-Cleo reputation increased.
Take this. You earned it. If you run into me again after all this is over, maybe I'll have more. Pleasure doing business with you.
Can't believe we're becoming friendly with Anti-Cleo. Through no fault of my own. Well, I mean, not purposely anyway. Alright, so I want to get Intimidate to 60. That'll open up the Terrified Creature's movement speed reduction. Okay. What's next in our sneaking? Crouch move speed plus 25%. I think I'm going to go back into long guns for a little while. The long gun crit ignoring all armor seems like a really good idea. I have to get all the way to 100 to get that. It's fine. We're not that far away. Next level, we'll be able to get Deadly Focus. No weapon sway for 5 seconds after each kill. Seems fine. Get the hacking for the stuff you missed. Oh no, I ended up opening that one. Yeah. It had another way into it. So it ended up, that one door that I couldn't hack ended up being like a shortcut. Another Hinlow. Hi to Lumpy, welcome in. Alright. We don't get a perk until 14. Not too shabby. Good, good. Earrings. These earrings are for the fashion-conscious consumer. Someone who knows that style means more than just clothing. They come in a pair because symmetry is a thing. World of Warships. I've never played any of those. I know Fluffkins was playing World of Tanks for a long time and was talking about it. But no, I never played World of Warships or World of Tanks. Tactical shotgun. Hatchet. We'll sell it. It's fine. Raptiprod. Designed for zapping raptidons, but it will work on anything else. Yeah. It's fine. Sell all the things. Oh, I shouldn't have sold that 38. I didn't mean to steal your fish sticks.
What do you think you're doing?
I didn't mean to. Sticky fingers. I'm gonna lie and say nothing at all. Don't look at me like that, Ellie. You would have done the same thing. She's probably proud, actually, knowing her so far. Tanks once. I also had tanks could one-shot the starters. That's kind of what I heard too. That that game can be very pay to win.
Blankenship, she's okay. But Lunsford has the highest rate of foot goals per game.
But if you cross-reference with the skills of the opposing...
Only gripe in the Outer Worlds is that you find a lot more unique melee weapons than you do ranged weapons. I haven't noticed that yet. Anyone in here? If not, I'm gonna steal all your stuff. I mean, ignore that last part. Alright. Is that mustache cream? This is Anton's apartment? Okay. God, everyone in this game is so messy. In the future, everyone's messy. Alright, we'll even steal his soap. Did he have lubricant in the bathroom too? So you're locked down. All personnel, please report to assigned workstations. Report suspicious activity to the nearest site safety engineer. Unsightly bloodstains. Consider Auntie Cleo's laundry soap. Now with a refreshing lemon zing scent. Personal files. Okay. I feel quite alone. Jameson's the only one here worth anything at all. But even he bristles at my direction. This is quite likely a natural reaction to my pushing him so relentlessly. But if he ever hopes to reach Byzantium, he needs someone applying the correct amount of pressure. Hope he'll come to see the truth. But should that prove impossible, I can at least ensure his work doesn't damage my chances. Shall be keeping an eye on his reports to see if they too warrant revision. Can't abide any more demerits against us. To be serious, the Outer Limits, that's called Gettysburg. Somehow got thrown back in time. The actual battle. I remember that show, but I don't remember much about it. I definitely remember the Outer Limits, the name of the show anyway. Heard Jameson talking to Vaughn today. He was railing against me, claiming I'm using him and everyone here for my own ends. I expect a vitriol from that lazy sod Vaughn. But Jameson? How can he not see that I have only his best interests at heart? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. My unrelenting drive has always set others against me. With our latest breakthrough, I believe Byzantium is finally within my grasp. My next promotion will deliver me, I'm certain, so long as they don't see through my attempts to cover for the rest of these fools. I can't quite shake this unease I seem to be gripped by. This makes no sense. While I have yet to get Trammell to commit to a specific date, he assures me Byzantium could be a mere few weeks away. So why this encroaching feeling of emptiness? Must be a case of the nerves. Oh, but I'll be accepted. Dare I say, possibly even revered when I finally arrive. So he's basically just trying to get off this crap hole planet. Go to Byzantium, which so far everything we've heard about Byzantium is it's kind of like, you know, paradise. Zero vein supply zone. Yeah, I roughly remember it. And I know I've seen like some episodes of it, but it's about all I know. Recognize the name and know I've seen something.
500 bits on the Darlings team.
Feel you can relate to?
The stats are better.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to better his life, and he has these people that he feels like that are incompetent and are keeping him away from bettering himself. And then he has this random guy who just shows up and starts stealing everything. I'm just borrowing it and giving it to a vendor somewhere. I'm not keeping it. Don't look at me like that. Really don't think she cares though. Okay. Oh, we've already read those many times. Wait, where's that? Gladys. No. It's not where I wanted to go. Speak to Anton, talk to Anton, turn to Orson, turn to Gladys. Okay, let's go to Orson first. Orson was the first people we talked to in this town. We got that weapons schematic for him. Is he on the other side of this? Yeah.
Oh, hello. Why do you seem familiar? Have we met?
No. Who are you again? He asked me to grab your prototype schematic from storage.
Ah, yes. Very good. And have you done that?
Like Twilight Zone, it was something that existed in the 60s. It got rebooted later decades after a hiatus. The concept, one-off short story, form, sci-fi, suspense, psychological thriller drama. Gotcha. Got him right here in my hands.
What a relief. You hold months of work in your hands.
Hold on. Force weapons are contraband. Why didn't you turn this in when you found it?
Anton would have just given them to Porter without a second thought. What a waste of potential that would have been.
What's your secrecy worth, I wonder? These are valuable schematics. I could sell them for quite a profit. Maybe they have, or they'd have let you experiment. Could have saved a few lives. He's your boss. That's the decision to make. I'm gonna go with persuade. Be out in public and just start screaming at the top of your lungs. It's not illegal or anything. Could you imagine trying it? I saw that on Reddit or something. And no, it's true though. It's true.
Sadly true. Contraband does tend to fetch a high
Scary door.
price among the colony's ne'er-do-wells. So be it. I'll buy them off of you.
Hand over the schematics. Deal. Have a buyer for these? You know what? Sure, I'll give them to you.
Much obliged.
Stick by my word.
Now, let's see here.
Only 100 bits?
Twist that, apply a little pressure, and voila! I can finally call this little side project complete. Thank the law. Oh.
There we
I
go.
can't be caught with this. You take it. If R&D buys the schematics from me, perhaps I'll get you the first model, hot off the presses. I'll, call you? Yes, I'll call you.
Don't you need my number? Like, Vulcan's hammer. Hang on. Ultimatum. Force weapon. Handgun that deals 42 damage, 209 DPS. Burns people. The scary and powerful handgun is standard issue for Earth Directorate soldiers and is made by the weapons conglomerate Force, who owns their own colony in the Septerra system. Alright. So, on to, what's his face? Anton. Right. Speak to Anton, talk to Anton. Anton. Alright. Auntie Cleo rep increased again. How friendly are we with Auntie Cleo? I wasn't trying to do this. We're neutral. Alright. We're neutral to it. It's Auntie Cleo. It's better than nature. Okay. To Anton at the comm center.
That no-account fool Porter and his crew are even more worthless than I could have imagined. They've abandoned their posts. This is madness.
Convince the outlaws that staying would be hazardous to their health. Have your research, but I'm keeping it. The outlaws got away with the research. So I can keep the research. I have unfortunate news. Your associate Jameson is dead. I'm gonna go with that one first.
Jameson. I didn't do right by him, did I?
No.
Only cared about how he helped or hurt my research.
You left him to die. You didn't care about him at all, though, did you? It's all about your ambition. You know there's more to care about than black marks and paperwork. It's not really for me to say, Anton. I'll be off now. I'm gonna say number 2. Oh, Auntie Cleo's reputation decreased? By just telling him that he left the guy to die?
Not in this colony, there isn't. But success here will get me to Byzantium. I'll have recognition, money, proper facilities. It's the only place to lead a life of meaning in the system.
Life is no more meaningful there. Less so, in fact. More empty.
I can't believe you're right. If I did, I don't know what I'd do.
You've been sold a bill of goods. I would refuse to play their game if I were you.
That's easy for you to say. You're not trapped like I am.
Who's keeping you trapped?
I honestly don't know.
Yourself. You should think about it.
You've returned. What news? Please tell me you've recovered my research. Without my work to focus on, I find myself tending towards darker paths of inquiry.
Convince the outlaws that staying will be hazardous to their health.
My research? Please tell me you've recovered it.
Man, that really is all he cares about. Yep, here it is.
That's... You can't possibly understand the enormity of what you've done for me. And what, pray tell, is the status of our raptidons?
I was forced to kill them all. Sorry.
That complicates the equation somewhat. No matter, I have the research. Excellent. If we're done here, I'd like to get back to work. You understand?
Was there anything else?
Actually, there is something else. Why do you suppose Auntie Cleo's would want to market diet toothpaste to the lower classes?
Oh, I know why. Something to do with reducing food requirements and thereby lowering cost? Yep.
Yes, but that doesn't quite ring true. There's something amiss here. It nags at me like a sore tooth, but I can't for the life of me figure out why.
Research, that's what's important here. Your only interest was in your research, in your life. Reducing the appetites of people performing physical labor is potentially life-threatening. Very true. I'm gonna go with that one.
By the architect, this could be a disaster. Why did I not realize that?
Well, you got your research. That's what's important, right? Research in your life. Talk about something else. I'm gonna go number 2. Because, I mean, that's what he was thinking, right?
I would love to argue with you, but I fear you are correct.
Courageous, Phoenix. Is that 2 in a row?
Byzantium. I believed getting there was everything, that my life would finally have meaning.
Your life won't have meaning anywhere. You're empty and bitter. And will be wherever you go. Amidst all a bill of goods. Refuse. I guess I'll go number 1. I have mostly virtues tonight, yeah.
You're right. And what's worse, I've always known it. But there's nothing to be done. This is the life I've made for myself.
Masochistic snowblind. Not just for you, I hope everyone who died for your toothpaste haunts you for the rest of it. It's not a life worth living. The only winning hand you've got left is to refuse to do so. I'll go with that one. Thanks, Kenny Rogers.
Yes?
Was there any questions that we didn't ask him previously? Your coworkers have been doing some off-the-book experimenting. It's not sure I understand why all secrecy. How'd you end up here? Coworkers.
Oh, really? Who?
Or has it been modifying some sort of weapon to use on the Raptidons? I'm gonna tell him. Tell him to kill himself. No. I mean, that's not how I took it. I guess maybe I took it the wrong way. I didn't even think about it in that way. Whoops.
Orson? Good. It will keep him from wasting my time. Sounds like he might actually be doing something useful for once.
Not a life worth living. You should choose not to do so. I took it as in, if he follows this current path, that's not a life worth living. He was dealt this crappy hand. He should do something else with it. I didn't take it as a, you shouldn't live. You shouldn't continue living the current life that you're living. No, I took it a much different way. I don't know which one the game intended me, which way it intended to mean it, but
I suppose you've earned it.
I'm still not sure I understand why all the secrecy.
It's highly illegal to have brought the Raptidons to Terra 2. The research done on them before Monarch was left to the dregs was too promising to just abandon, so here we are.
Coercion really wouldn't have come to your aid?
You've not much idea how these things work, do you? If Auntie Cleo could be connected to what we're doing here, they'd be ruined. Everyone skirts the law looking for an edge, but the ultimate sin is to be exposed. Plausible deniability is everything. I suppose you've earned it.
How did you end up here?
I grew up in a Spacer's Choice township. My own personal pit of despair. Test marks were high enough, so I set to becoming a scientist. But I didn't relish returning when my studies were done. I'd no desire to spend my life finding better ways to churn out worthless goods. My fellow Spacers looked upon it as a betrayal, but I longed for substance, meaning.
Like researching diet toothpaste.
Toothpaste is about making people's lives better, preventing pain. Plus, it was a means to an end.
Why do you think it was a betrayal?
Fear, jealousy, belief in the grand plan. No one is meant to seek an improvement to their lot in life, though everyone would, were they only given the chance.
Alright. Anything left here? I think most of it was just turning back into him, right? What was that thing about, whoops. Stress signal. Turn to Gladys. What was the thing about the cave on the road? Someone mentioned a cave on a road, but we didn't go there yet. Sell stuff before we head out, I guess. Someone just shot something somewhere. Time to end his life, not worth living. Great style. So, a near Rimworld colony, Gruntwork. Are you keeping me on ice until you can resurrect me? Breaks.
Annie Cleo.
Was I a good pond worth resurrecting?
Halcyon.
Am I gonna come back with brain damage? Oh, I should have read that. Oh well. Oh no! Adam, what are you doing? What did you do? I didn't click on sell first. It's alright, we're rich. I was just buying crap back that I'd already sold to. It's not a big deal because it was buyback stuff. It was stuff that we had sold, but still. That could have been way worse. I need to go to sleep. Yes, Shannon, we didn't burn you. Those we had, crematorium. Hey! Burned me? That's alright. I don't know how many Gruntworks I've killed. Or, well, had die in my service. Between, Rimworld and XCOM. Darkest Dungeon. Alright. What is this spot? Can you make your own like custom? I kind of want to see what this is. Might not be anything, but someone mentioned a cave. Oh, I can't get to that. It's that same building that we couldn't get to on the other side of Terra 2. But we'll get to go there later on in the game. I think that was the cave, actually. The covert lab shaft, yeah. Alright. Alright. Back to the ship. Fair share of colonies and teams. Maybe what I am. What kind of playthrough are you doing anyway at the moment? Never asked that. Alright. Back to Gladys. On the groundbreaker.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Now let's keep that gun down. I haven't talked to the crew in a little bit. Let's see.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
I don't say anything yet. Probably after this major quest, I'm guessing. Faux windows. Order now. Adds beauty and Verisimilitude to your frontier home. Faux windows. That's one of those words that I, first encountered through reading when I was younger. And I didn't know that it was pronounced faux. So I called them fox. And I was like, a fox leather couch? That would take a lot of foxes. Wish I were joking.
Your whole family tonight.
Hey, Red Hulk, is this Fallout in space? From what I've been told, it's like a combination Borderlands Fallout in space. Fox couch, that's right. In Red Hulk, size world domination with mods like Rim Cities to make it even more challenging. 4 years in, cast has been super stingy with good pawns. Finally getting somewhere. Have you taken out any other places on the map yet? Or are you still preparing even for your first venture out? This is by Obsidian, yeah. It's a really good game so far, Hulk.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Preparing still. Yeah, I would say we're maybe like 15 hours into the game or something. That's been really, really good so far. Only one charge rifle.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
No. I investigated that distress signal from Roseway.
What's that? Speak up now.
About those secrets you asked me to look for.
What'd you turn up?
Found a toothpaste formula, but then I unfound it. I acquired some research on Raptidon Musk, but I found another buyer. Found a prototype weapon schematic from Force, but I lost it. Oh god, I could have brought all this back to her. I'm gonna tell her the toothpaste one first.
Well, that's just swell, sweetheart. Good for you.
I acquired some research on Raptidon Musk, but I found another buyer. Rip.
A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good price. I may have thrown in a batch of my famous sugar cookies just to sweeten the deal. If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught.
Found a prototype weapon. Lost it.
Bless your slippery little fingers.
Oh no, she used that line on me.
Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of bits around.
It's the old woman line that means you're stupid. Or ugly. Aw, bless your little heart. Bless your poor little heart. Want some dye toothpaste? No. Got ripped off.
Darnation. It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way.
It's gold mine for me.
It can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime.
Back for your hard-earned wisdom. We didn't finish all these text prompts before. You mentioned groundbreakers outside of the board's control.
That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei.
Ooh, how do you mean?
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will.
I already know who Junlei is, but I want to see what she says.
Chief Junlei Tennyson. Used to be she was chief engineer before her mama passed, and she took the helm. She's neck deep in the ship guts by day, slap fighting with the board by night.
Seems capable of handling the board well enough. I've met her, I don't think she's up to the task. What's she like? Back to my other questions. I'm gonna go to number one.
Hold on. You already met her. What are you asking me about her for?
Oh, she's calling me out on this. What? I'm curious what you thought of her.
Bit straight-laced for my tastes, but that's just her nature. She's fierce, too. A fighter. And between you and me, I think the fight's starting to wear on her.
Keep calling it a colony. It's confusing. This is a colony more than one spot on one planet. When she's referring to which one? The Groundbreaker or... Back to my other questions.
Go right ahead, sweetheart.
I don't know. Did the original Groundbreakers crew, when they unfroze, they colonize multiple worlds just from the Groundbreaker? Like right off the bat? I'm not sure. What do you do here?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
So that's what that smell is.
Sometimes the hairs poke out between the seams, but I don't mind. That's what the law gave us matches for. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear?
Groundbreaker is the only free port in the colony. People all over the system. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if... Because like you said, usually when you're talking about colonizing something, a colony per planet. Each planet is a colony. And spacefaring sci-fi stuff in general. So I don't know. If they just consider an entire system, or because they all came from the Groundbreaker, maybe? So the Groundbreaker colonized multiple planets, but in the same system? So I don't know. I guess it is kind of weird now that you mention it. I wasn't really thinking of it, but why the word recall Stellar Bay nav keys? Ew, yeah.
Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence.
Makes you think that.
Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess.
Yeah, I know that one, Lobby. But I guess what what I think Groundbreaker is saying is that when they refer to the entire system as a colony, not per planet. Most things, even if they originated, so the Groundbreaker was the first ship, and the Hope was the sister ship of it that came later on, and well, it ended up not coming until kind of now. But usually games will refer to each colony or each planet as colonized by a colony. This one seems to be referring to the entire system as one colony, or else they wouldn't say the Groundbreaker is the only free port in the colony. If that makes sense. Are there still people down there?
Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me.
Well, yeah, it's just, I mean, I understand what it means. It's usually not referred like that in
transmitting
things.
From Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board.
Because, like, in most sci-fi, let's say, like, I don't know. I was listening to Stargate recently. So in Stargate, when they send teams to colonize new planets, Alpha Site, etc., each of those are a colony, even though they all fall under the jurisdiction, I guess you would say, of, like, the Stargate Command or whatever. They're still individual colonies. Or here, the entire system is one colony. So, just how they...
Sweetheart. You know where to find me.
How they classify stuff in this game as far as colonization and whatnot is a little different than what most sci-fi seems to do. Alright. But yeah, I mean, I know what it means. It's just done differently, or said differently, I guess is the main thing. Alright. Oh, crap. I didn't go get that from her. Whoops. I just immediately ran away. Sorry, Granny, I'm back.
For this week's magazine club meeting.
Yeah, not bad. Alright.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys
Stellar Bay.
hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
Nope.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a comment below. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking this button. It helps out a ton. And after all of that, be sure to check out the next video right up here. Of course, as always, thank you guys for watching.